The following program deals with a controversial subject. The theories expressed are not the only possible interpretation.
The viewer is invited to make a judgment based on all available information.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another Friday night, another House of Stein Hot 10 show. And our boy Yee is out on tour right now. Literally, I believe right now is on stage playing in San Diego. Leg is out there. I think Hell Destroyer's out there. Shout out to everybody out in San Diego watching State of Filth play right now. Very, very cool. Really, really stoked to see Yee enjoying a little mini tour of the southwestern United States, right?
Yeah, for sure. And you guys get the treat of just the two of us.
Yes. Yeah. Hood might drop on a little bit later. We'll see. He's a busy man. So, but man, it's been a busy couple days. A lot of news coming out in the world of comics. New York Comic Con on the horizon. Man, I've got 3 sales I've got to do before New York Comic Con because like I need to get a little bit of extra, income coming in before I leave for New York. So if anybody wants to get some great comic book deals, I will have some amazing stuff, signed books, keys, variants, limited to 25, limited to 50, crazy stuff, a lot of sexy covers. That'll be tomorrow on Whatnot at 3 p.m. Pacific, Sunday on Whatnot at 6 p.m. Pacific. Stein, you had a sale on Whatnot recently. Are you going to be doing any more anytime soon?
I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking about it. It was fun. It was short. I think I just went like maybe an hour and a half, something like that. I was just burning through, 15, 20 second dollar auctions, and it was fun. Yeah, I might do it again.
Cool.
Yeah, we'll see. But I am actually, I'm in the works for Steinpack 12.
Ooh, when's that?
So I don't know. It's in the works for now. So I just got a bunch of orders back from CGC. So yeah, Doc, you're going to just have to. I mean, it's still there. She's still hanging with me.
Not only that, you have your very first House of Stein exclusive variant that is only available for about another hour.
Till the end of this show. And then it will be shut off. And I had a few orders today. Those I actually just boxed up before the show. So those will go out tomorrow. And yeah, everything will be shut down. I will give it until next Friday for any returns for damages or anything like that. And after that, next Friday on this show, we're going to do a live burning. So every other issue that's left will, I'll be outside in my fire pit, and you guys will see some fire. So, and then you will get the final print count, which I'm going to just kind of let it out of the bag a little bit. It looks like, so again, 30 copies, 30 artist proof copies that are stamped artist proof went to the artist. Of the rest of the non-stamped versions, it's going to be somewhere in the mid 100s. So that will be the final print run. Once I get that final print run, I'll actually give it to DeVoe and he can add it to Cover Price's database, and yeah, and you will see that exact price, and all other books will be burned.
Wow, that's crazy, man. So there you go, you guys. Get one now. It's a beautiful cover, absolutely gorgeous. Gonna be limited to probably less than 200 copies, which is crazy. So for a really good cover too. Damn good.
Eggplant. I've got my own. I do have my own flamethrower. So maybe I'll bring out the flamethrower. Is that against YouTube rules?
Who knows? Who knows? So the link is in the chat, you guys. It's very easy. House of Stein at myshopify.com. houseofstein.myshopify.com. You guys can go get that book. It is absolutely gorgeous. Really, really beautiful cover, and less than 200 copies, it seems, at this point.
Also, and this is just a heads up because I am going to do this again. Whatever the final print run of this book will be the print run for the next book. So you will know that up front for the next one. And that will be it. Once those are gone, then they're gone. Yes. As far as I know, Igor Rob will be at NYCC. If you're going to NYCC, he will be very impressed if you say his last name correctly. It's pronounced Chicky, like Dicky or
Rob Chicky.
Sticky.
Rob
Chicky.
Chicky.
So
Rob Chicky. So there you guys go. Pretty cool. Very, very cool. What else do we? Oh man, New York Comic Con is going to be crazy, and for the longest time I thought it was going to be super crazy, but I'm just at this point I'm just going to hang out now. I had basically all my plans for New York Comic Con be canceled. Unfortunately, because of pushing back the date of sale, the on sale date for Monster and the Wolf blind bags, I will not be able to give any away at New York Comic Con. So that's a big bummer. So I will not be doing that. And I'm just going to be hanging out at New York Comic Con, relaxing, and hopefully getting my Sabrina the Teenage Witch House of Stein book signed. So
nice.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
I am going to give one more copy away at the end of towards the end of this show. And that one is going to actually have a pretty cool inscription on it. So I'm going to put something cool on the back of it. So everybody knows that was the last one sold.
That's cool, bro. That's very cool. Very cool. So, Stein, how did you come across Rob's artwork?
From the Harley Quinn variant that he did. Have you seen the Harley Quinn variant he did?
Ooh, nice.
So cool. you can just type in Harley Quinn, CSIKI, and then you'll be like, oh, that guy. I've seen that one.
That's cool.
Yep.
John from Heroes Reborn dropped a $4.99 super chat. He says, New York is going to be fire. What's up, guys? Good to see you, brother. Speaking of Mark Spears monsters, a lot of news coming out. He did his very first eBay live sale the other night, and he released a variant that you could only get signed and remarked from that sale. He put a couple of them on his website and they sold out immediately. It was the new Tin Man variant, which was absolutely gorgeous. That was fun to watch. I see a lot of people in the chat got a lot of really good remarks and signatures from Mark during that sale. And then, unfortunately, we saw the first little bit of retailers that 2 weeks early are breaking Mark Spears blind bags on live sales. Yeah.
So lame.
Very lame. Very lame. And, one of the things that I say all the time is before I kind of got into content creating and, the comic book industry, as a collector and a hobbyist, I thought I knew everything about comics. And every time I would be like, oh, what are you talking about? That's not how. And every time I'd say something like that to an industry person, they'd be like, Bryan, you have no idea. You have no idea how the comic book industry is. And they were right. The comic book industry it's a vampire, man. And there are some major bloodsuckers out there. And a lot of stupid people. I don't understand why you would want to lose your ability as a retailer to get early delivery by opening a blind bag on a whatnot sale or selling something for $30. It's not like you're getting big money out of these to lose your privileges like that. And these retailers will lose their privileges. Lunar did say, for now on moving forward, all blind bags are not to be opened before street date or date of sale date. You can sell them, but they cannot be given to the customers or opened and shown the contents of before street date, date of sale. And if you do that, you will lose your early delivery privileges. And if you're doing it on Mark's books, you will not be able to order from KeenSpot as well. So from what I understand, and you're probably gonna take a little bit more hits, and somewhere in there as well. It'll be interesting to see what happens. We'll continue to keep our eye on it, but man, the comic industry is sometimes it just eats itself, and unfortunately, that's what's happening right now. And a lot of people want to say, "Oh, Mark's my friend. I know Mark. He's not going to do anything to me." Well, if you're his friend, why would you want to ruin the fun of his blind bags? If you know Mark, why would you want to all Mark cares about these blind bags is that the fans have a fun time opening them when they're ready to be opened. He wants them all to see them and people not to be, not to be spoiled. He just wants the fans to have a good time. And when you're opening them early like that, you're not doing what a friend of Mark's would do. So it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. We'll keep our eyes on it. But yeah, big weekend this weekend, pre-New York Comic Con, even bigger weekend next weekend. So we'll see how it all plays out. So yeah. Shout out to all of you guys watching 100 live right now. Please hit that thumbs up. It's very easy to hit the thumbs up button. It's easy to find. Just a little thumbs up. Just click it. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. You hopefully you enjoy the content that we bring you every week, and it is free. And all you have to do is subscribe, hit a like button. That's all we ask. And we got a quick show tonight. I mean, no Buy the Dip, no Whoa/Blow. But don't worry, you guys. We've got an almost 10. Starting off
hey, and
with...
I'm gonna say the almost 10 I think is a bit unhinged. There's some craziness on the almost 10.
A bit? How about this first one? This one's crazy. I've never seen this. I'm surprised I've never heard of it because it's a crazy book. This is Lucky Charm, issue number 25 from, I believe, the UK from the early 80s. And it says 1979 in the cover price data. This is nuts. Catch the Cat, a Catwoman-like character screwing with the Nazis.
Yeah, it's so strange. Yeah, and I think if you it's just so strange. Like she's like having like a really good time, just climbing up the wall with
suction cups.
I don't know how with suction cups.
Yeah,
it's
on
so
her knees
strange.
Too.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never heard of this. I've never seen this. I don't know. We'll have to get somebody in the UK to find this for us.
Yeah. Yeah, shout out to our UK brothers. They're out there. They'll find one. There's a lot of foreign books that have been popping up over the last week that have been really cool foreign books. So we got a couple more tonight as well, but this one's really cool. Never heard of it, never seen it. Crazy cover. How much did it sell for?
It sold for $140 raw.
Wow. Usagi Girl says, reminds me of Miss Fury. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I can see that.
Yep.
Same type of genre. So, yeah, very cool. All right, next. This book is crazy too. I don't get. I don't. Is it limited? We don't know. Really good Rose Besh art. Some of her best art that I've seen. Invincible Red Sonja #4, the Rose Besh Virgin cover from 2021 from Dynamite, and it sold for a ridiculous amount.
And I may be getting so you know how I have a really limited memory sometimes, and I may be getting this one mixed up, but I do believe that this was a store variant for a store that went bankrupt.
Oh, wow.
You probably can guess who it might be.
Yeah.
Which we don't. I don't say it. Brian figured out. Whatever. Yeah, this thing sold for $250 raw.
Jeez,
$250.
That's nuts.
That is crazy.
It's a great cover. It's a really good Rose Besh cover.
You guys may be guessing correctly in the chat. I'm not going to say if you are or not, but you may be guessing correctly.
That's funny. Well, hopefully somebody bought this back then. I don't know. Maybe nobody got them. Maybe that's why it's selling for $250 because they never got them.
Maybe.
So, yep. So, all right. Moving on. I love these Looney Tune books from the early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s, DC Comics. These things, some of these things are sneaky, rare, sneaky, high priced on the secondary market. And this is one of them, Looney Tunes 165. Of course, the famous race. Who's faster, Speedy or the Roadrunner?
Yeah, but this one, I mean, are you kidding me? This thing sold for $140. $140 direct edition. It's not like this was a newsstand. It's not like this was a graded 10. This was a raw, direct $140 Looney Tune book from 2008. That's insane.
Yeah. Wow.
I guarantee you guys all need to be going and looking in the kids' back issues for this thing, because that is insane amount of money for this.
Wow. Love these. A lot of these are really sneaky rare. So moving on. Talk about sneaky rare. This might be one of the rarest books we've ever talked about because I can't find any information on it. I don't know when it was made, who it was made by. The A-Team, issue #1, the Bangladesh variant from Bangladesh way back in the day. And I think that what's important about this book is we kind of got to show people what it looks like on the interior too, right? I mean, let me bring this up. Talk about this a little bit, Stein. How much did this sell for?
Okay, yeah. First of all, this is a really cool looking cover. I mean, the fact that it's literally just Mr. T
with a hatchet,
with a hatchet, with a broken hatchet, with a yellow background that like makes him pop. It makes his gold chains pop. Like everything about this is just cool looking. Yeah, this sold for. It was listed for $1,000, but it sold for $350. It is in terrible condition, but it does look complete. But I mean, you could see the condition of this thing, like just beat to a pulp. Yeah, but look at I mean, look how cool that is. First of all, and maybe this is just me. I mean, I grew up in the '80s, so I was a huge A-Team fan.
Yep.
But I didn't realize that they would have been producing comic books about the A-Team in Bangladesh.
Man, comics, baby, are all around the world.
So crazy.
Yeah, the A-Team was the first toy I remember getting as a kid. 3 3/4 figures. They had those 3 3/4 A-Team figures that were almost like early GI Joes. I love those things, man. So old school, but $350.
I love that show.
Yeah,
man, I love that show.
Yep. Love it when a plan comes together. Moving on. All right, here's another interesting one that I think we might have talked about at one time, but I didn't realize how many. He prints a ton of these. And this is Simon Bisley's Illustrations from the Bible. And he calls it a work in progress because I think he's constantly adding stuff to it. But this is the one from 2007, specifically the soft cover. And if you guys are wondering like what type of stuff is in this, let me go ahead and show you here. This is the type of stuff.
This is some crazy art inside this.
Yeah. I mean,
it's basically what he's done is he's taken like stories from the Bible and then drawn his art based on that.
Yeah.
So like that right there is like David and Goliath.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just I will say I looked through some of these pictures that he had on this, and this might honestly be some of Bisley's best work that he ever did.
Look at that.
It's so good. It's crazy.
Absolutely amazing. And they're all
I'd never heard of
mediums. Drawings.
Yeah, I'd never heard of. Had you ever even heard of this? Because I think what we talked about before was a Linsner.
Okay.
Yeah, but not this Bisley. I didn't even know Bisley did this.
Yeah, this is amazing. Longinus. I mean, just beautiful stuff. Pen and ink, pencil, paint. Just all kinds of beautiful art. And it's continuing. He's adding to it every year, it sounds like. So, but this is a soft cover, this one specifically, and it sold for a decent amount for a soft cover.
Yeah, so the cover price on this is only like $20. And it sold for $100. This is the 2007 version. So the 2005 version has a different cover, and there is a 2004 version that's a hardcover. But this is the 2007 soft cover.
There you go. Very cool. All right. Next, another crazy one that I need more information about. Jeff, if you're out there, Dynamite, if you're out there, let us know more about this. This is Pathfinder issue number 5 from 2013. The Jorge Massa variant. And of course, an homage to the Attack of the 50-Foot Woman, but beautiful cover. What a gorgeous cover. Other than that big trade dress that's terrible, this cover is gorgeous.
Yeah, but isn't the Attack of the 50-Foot Woman that the words are on that same side too?
Yeah, but it still looks bad.
Yeah, just this is, I mean, this is one I don't know who. So this is like some kind of store variant or something, because I don't know what that is. It's like, what does that say?
Piezo?
Yeah, strange. Never seen this before. This one sold for 40. Have literally no information on this whatsoever.
Gorgeous cover. I don't know much about that artist either. Hopefully, I got to figure out how to say his name correctly, let alone his art. But yeah,
didn't somebody just do like a brand new book with Attack of the 50-Foot Woman homage?
Yes, there was another homage just out this week, I believe. So, yeah, very interesting.
Oh, look what Kreider says. Paizo. Oh, and Eggplant said the same thing.
Yeah.
They do the RPG stuff. Oh. Cool. Okay.
That's fucking cool, man. Yeah, Pinapocalypse has this week's homage. Okay. Yeah.
So maybe that's what kind of sparked this one to sell. Is like how many 50-foot Attack of the 50-Foot Woman homages are out there? I don't know.
That's a beautiful cover, other than the trade dress, in my opinion. But $40 raw. Not bad. All right, next. Again, another crazy foreign variant that we don't know much about. I'm not even going to try to say how this is spelled. Superman Action Comics #1 homage from, I'm guessing, Russia. And it had 3 sales, I think, this week, right?
I don't know if there was 3. I saw 1. It may have. It sold for $130, but the shipping was $150.
Yeah.
So basically, this thing sold for $280.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what is going on here. Why he's carrying a giant soda can? I have no idea what's going on. I don't know what it says. I'm so confused by this thing. I tried to like reverse word search it in like Google Translate to even figure. I don't know what those letters. It looks like a hockey stick and backwards in.
I have a little bit of information. I found out it's that Samsudot is the publisher. Couldn't find out the year. But yeah, there has been multiple listings sold since August of this book. Really, really weird. But again, the Action Comics #1 homages continue to sell decently. They always have. I never understood that, but they always have. And they
Derek, continue. Exactly. It's Russian Red Bull ad. It's what it looks. I have no idea what's going on here. Like, if he's gonna crush that can, why isn't he crushing on top of the dude that's laying on the ground? What is he gonna smash it onto a rock?
Maybe he's taking it home. He wants to shotgun that thing.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, it would seem like if he smashes that into that rock, all that pressure is gonna like shoot him backwards.
Yeah,
from the can, right?
Just put it in the kegerator, man. So crazy. $280. All right. Next. This is a rare one that I've never seen before. Hercules issue #3 from Marvel in 2016. The Art Adams 1 in 25. And I got to be honest, it's not the best Art Adams art, in my opinion. But it's those Art Adams fans out there, man. They go crazy for that stuff.
Yeah, this one sold for, as a near mint minus copy, sold for $200 raw. Now, I'm not saying that I wouldn't buy this if I saw this, because it's one of those that, like, when, I don't know about you guys, but whenever I'm flipping through like back issue bins or whatever, if it's a book that I literally have I'm like, I've never seen that cover, I've never heard of that cover, then it makes me pause. And if it's cheap, a lot of times I just buy it. And that's probably what I would do here, but I'm not sure I would look at it and be like, oh yeah, that's a $200 book.
Yeah, not at all. Listen, man, I brought like 4 or 5 Art Adams books with me to San Diego to get signed. 3 of them I just found in my collection where I was like, oh, I'm just going to bring these, get them signed, thinking they're like a couple dollar books. They were like $50 to $200 book variants of Art Adams that I didn't know were that expensive. So he's got those books, and he is still your favorite artist's favorite artist. Like he is that artist that all the guys that we love in the 90s grew up adoring, you know? So love Art Adams. All right, next. This is another weird one. Windblade from Nightwind Publishing, aka Barry Blair's self-publishing, before Aircell, from July of 1982. This one was signed by Barry Blair. And for those of you guys who don't know who Barry Blair is, he was the guy who started Aircell Publishing. And he did a couple of books that predate Aircell out of this self-published Nightwind publishing group. And they're all anywhere from 200 to 500 copies printed. So they're very rare. And when they come to market, people just go crazy for them. This was a couple of cool things that I found. He did one of the early Samurais self-published. All right. Shout out to Del Keown, early Del Keown stuff. Elf Lord. I mean, these things are all super, super rare. And this was one of them. Here's another Samurai one. This is Samurai number 2. But you can see, look at the old spiral.
That's crazy.
Yeah, spiral bound. So these sell for a grip, and they are big deals. And this one sold for a decent amount for pretty trashed copy.
Yeah, so for 210, Barry Blair's signature was on somewhere in the interior, in just a real small ink pen. I'm assuming that it was his signature, but I mean, it wasn't graded, so I don't know that for sure, but it's not like I know Barry Blair's signature. But yeah, 210 for this one. Again, this is another one that I probably would look at and be like, oh yeah, that's pretty cool looking, especially because it does look like something that would probably sell just because of Elf. Was it Elf Lord? That type of stuff. But no one faking that sig. I don't know. I mean, like, it's so weird. Like, you don't really know what some of these people's signatures are.
Yeah.
But
very cool.
Yep.
No one faking that sig. Yeah. Right. Yeah. These are super fans looking for books like this. And I love that. So, all right. Next, another Kickstarter book. This one from a popular series, Pop Kill. This is the issue number 3 Sienkiewicz variant from the Kickstarter back in 2020.
This one got way overshadowed because of the hues, but this one is gorgeous. Like, yeah. I don't know how this one got overlooked. Man, this is really pretty looking. And again, I think we are big Sienkiewicz fans. I think he does not get the love probably that he deserves as much as he should. This one I do believe was signed by Sienkiewicz, which I'm assuming that you could probably back with those, you could probably get them signed or unsigned for basically pretty much the same price. But this one sold for $150 raw. So if you were one of the ones who were smart enough to get the Sienkiewicz with the hues, I think you did pretty well.
Shout out to Blind Adam for the 99-cent super sticker. Appreciate you, brother.
Yes, sir.
All right, next, our final book of the night that just goes to prove what we've been talking about lately, that there are some of these DC books Dan Mora, Yasmin Putri, a couple other artists, a couple characters, Nightwing, Robin, Red Hood. There are some books that are just non-ratio variants that sell for a lot of money. And this is one of them, Red Hood, The Hill, issue number 5, the Dan Mora cover, sold raw for a grip.
Yeah, $65 to $80. This book's only a year old, but this is like this. There's been multiple sales here recently of this, anywhere from 65 to 80. I mean, I hate to say that you should be out there buying from this year, like the last year and a half, 2 years, but it almost feels like you should be buying any Dan Mora, Nightwing, Robin, Red Hood, any of those B covers. If you can find it for cover price, like, you should just be buying them all, because, and this is not the only, some of those Nightwing B covers, they're selling for like $100. It's crazy how much they're selling for. If you see them, I think you should just be buying them all.
Yeah. Yep. I'm with you, because these are not the books that really are easy to put in your Rolodex, man. You know what I mean? Like, even though I'm doing a show on them, I still will have a hard time remembering some of these DC books like this, So you think that all the books that came out that are just regular A or B covers from this era are just so overprinted that they don't have that much secondary value. But man, we're wrong. That's for sure. Or at least I'm wrong. But
this is a good looking cover too.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's really a cool looking cover.
Agree. All right. That is the almost 10, you guys. Let's get into the list. Starting off with our Golden Age book this week. This is Teenage Romances, issue number 45, a Matt Baker cover here. Did he do interiors on this too?
I'm not sure if he did interiors
or the cover. Looks like the cover.
He definitely did. Yeah, he definitely did the cover. Now this was the last issue. Now you can also see that this is actually, it's got the code stamp on it.
Mm-hmm.
So this one actually, I guess, technically is probably not Golden Age, but it is supremely rare. This sold on Heritage raw in 3.0, like good, very good condition, for 9,000 raw. That is Heritage said that is the first copy they have ever had in possession of this. And you think of all the books over the last 25, 30 years that Heritage has sold. And this is the first time they've ever sold this book. That's insane.
Yeah.
What I found really funny is that, I mean, we used to make fun of this a lot. Now nobody even really, probably anybody new to the hobby doesn't even know what Overstreet Price Guide is.
Mm-hmm.
But Overstreet in this condition, in raw, or like in 3.0 condition, has this valued at $180. So Overstreet had a great valued at $180, and it sold for $9,000.
Yeah. Shout out to Justin Shannon. He says, I can't afford to collect Matt Baker, but damn, he drew beautiful women. I'd prefer something like Phantom Lady over romance personally, though. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, the problem, or the hard thing is that a lot of the stuff that he did he did so much romance stuff, that's where you almost, to be able to find some, like you almost have to be looking somewhat if you want Baker. I don't own any Baker either. I want to, but it is so expensive. I mean, I can't I can't pay $9,000 for a teenage romance book from, that's ungraded.
Partially detached.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. I mean, it is crazy. I mean, but think of Matt Baker were push him 50 years into the future, and him drawing this on, some kind of like 1 in 50 variant or something like that.
Gosh, dude. Yeah, Matt Baker is like up there with like Carl Barks in the theme of like people didn't really know much about him back in the day, and because of the time he lived in, it's kind of crazy story about Matt Baker. If you guys didn't know, he was African American, and he kind of played off being white, I believe, for a long period in his career just so he could get work. But very, very amazing story. There's a lot of really good documentaries and stuff out there about Matt Baker, and comic collectors over the last probably 40 years, 30 years have really keyed in on Matt Baker and old school books and, his story. So be a cool movie to be made there,
I agree. I mean, like I mean, if you look at it now, I mean, he was so far ahead of his time. Yeah. And the fact that back then, I mean, they didn't even have there's probably stuff out there that is not even credited because they didn't even
tons.
Like a lot of times they didn't even get credit for half the stuff that they did.
Yeah. There's a lot of books where you'll see some people think it's Matt Baker. They're not sure because he didn't get he didn't get credited for a lot of his stuff. So he never played off being white. Okay. I apologize. I thought that there was something along those lines where he wouldn't get work because he was black. So only 37 years old when he died. Wow. So, all right. Moving on. Oh, I'm thinking of Harriman. Is that who I'm thinking of? He played off being straight. There we go. Moving on to our regular honorable mention. A book that, again, we don't know what's going on here, other than we know Event Horizon, the original movie, was a masterpiece, in my opinion, a forgotten masterpiece. And this is the prequel to it. And there's a lot of sales on these Event Horizon books that just recently came out not too long ago. So, and this one's nuts.
Yeah, this is Dark Descent #1. This was like basically cover price. This is now selling for like $40 to $60. So I think issue 2 either just came out this week or comes out next week. So I'm fairly certain that this must have just came out a month ago, right? I would tend to think that you could probably go and find this still sitting on some shelves at your LCSs, because I highly doubt that people were like, just rushing to clean out the stores of Event Horizon #1. But yeah, go check tomorrow Saturday. Go check your LCSs for this one.
Yeah. Crazy. All right. Number 10 this week, another oldie but goodie, Afterlife with Archie from 2013. A lot of sales for this Afterlife with Archie stuff. Sounds like there must have been a some type of option news or something. Is that the what we're hearing? Because there was a ton of sales for this series over the last couple days.
Yeah, I think they mentioned either that I think they're gonna do a show of this or something like that. There are several covers for issue #1. You really can't go wrong with the A cover, but obviously this one's got the the added, 90 cover or whatever. So CGC 9/8 of this are like 115, 120. Raws were like $20. Now they're 40. So I think 9/8 are probably close to where they should be. But again, this isn't necessarily one that you see all that often, because even the regular cover is not like super plentiful.
Yeah. Andrew Peaboy. What did it sell for again?
9/8 are like $115, $40 raw on this one.
Still. All right. At number 9, X-Men Age of Revelation Overture, issue number 1, the Art Germ 1 in 100, out this week as well.
What's your thoughts on this cover?
I like it. It's okay. It's nothing spectacular. It's Art Germ.
I mean, it's kind of the same that is on the last 1 in 100 that he did, right? I mean, they kind of all look very similar to each other now. I really wish that he would do a cover in just his charcoals, rather than and just do it that way and just have something completely different. I get that this is what makes him his money, but I think people, if they saw his charcoals, I think they would really, really be like, okay, I need to get that.
There we go.
Yeah, but I mean, it is what it is.
Very cool. All right. Number 8 this week, 2 books holding the spot, 2 connecting covers. Pinup Apocalypse issue number 6, the Sveta Shabina, Andrew Tarasov connecting 1 in 10 variants.
Yeah, this is a pretty cool little. I like this, that they took a cover and then pasted them on the wall like a poster. That's pretty cool. And then had a different artist draw. Had Tarasov draw the the one standing in front of the pictures. That's a pretty cool little idea. I actually like that a lot. Yeah, these are both selling for, these are 1 in 10s. They're both selling for like 25 a piece. So pretty cool idea. I like that.
Yeah, very cool. Good set, and 2 great artists that are just absolutely amazing, that are going to blow up even more. And comics are kind of like their side gig too. They're not making their bread and butter isn't comics. It's other art and other forms. And yeah, very interesting. So very, very cool. We'll see more Sveta here in a little bit. At number 7, Skinbreaker, the Treasury Edition, issue number 1.
So I think last week, was it last week, or maybe it was 2 weeks? Maybe it was last week, and we were talking about it, and then somebody was like, "Oh, I didn't know that there was a Treasury Edition of this." I mean, Treasury Editions don't generally like pop off or anything like that. This one definitely has. It was like last week, it was like $15 to $20. It is now $40 to $70 for the Treasury Edition of this. This Skinbreaker thing is going crazy. I still haven't had a chance to read it because I don't have the book, and I don't think it's free on. I'm so cheap. It's not free on like Hoopla or anything like that yet. So I haven't had a chance to read it. But
well,
if anybody knows where it's where I can read it digitally, that would be great.
Well, I'll tell you what, I read this and it is heartbreakingly emotional. And if well, we might as well just move into spot number 6 this week. with Skinbreaker issue number 1, the thank you 1 per store black foil variant. And back to what I was talking about, David Finch and Meredith Finch lost their son recently, who battled a tough life, was handicapped, and died very young recently within the last week. And when reading this story, you can tell that a lot of that is part of the story, at least from the first issue, because basically what the first issue is about, without any just ruining anything, is there are these warriors, these indigenous warriors that have, when their children are born, they're covered in this weird skin. Their skin is different, and in order to come out into the sun and grow up into a bigger warrior, they have to be hit by the rays of the sun through a shard called the skin breaker. You can see it there. And when the rays of the sun go through that skin breaker shard and touch the children, it changes their skin to a different, either color or type. And that's how they know they're going to be strong and ready to become adults. And one of the leaders of this group has a son that his skin hasn't been changed by the skin breaker yet. And it's very it's not very wordy. It's a lot of action, beautiful art, but you can kind of feel that in there, and it means more now, it seems. So, and they spent 8 years working to make this happen. So absolutely amazing. Shout out to Painey out in the UK, dropping a $4.99 super chat saying, "Good morning from the UK." Good morning, brother.
Yes, good morning. Absolutely. This one is up. This was number one. This was number 1 last week, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's up. Last week it was $50. It is now selling for 60 to 70.
Yeah. They are doing treasury editions for each issue, which in a book this good, they should. So beautiful. All right. Number 5 this week. Back to Sveta Shabina. Holy moly. Pin Apocalypse number 6, the 1 in 25, holds the number 5 spot.
Yeah. I mean, it literally, I think every single issue of this series, it's made the Hot 10, right? Of her 1 in 25s. I'm pretty sure.
And this is the last one of the series. This is the last issue of volume 1.
I like the random atomic bomb in the background. Just chilling. Maybe there's a refrigerator around that they can jump into before they die.
Right.
But I do like it. Yeah, this one's selling for what, 70? Yeah, yep. 70 on this one.
Yeah, none of her 1 in 25s have sold for less than $70 out the gate, I believe. They've all been 70 to 125, which is nuts.
They've all done well.
Yeah. So, very, very cool. All right, number 4 this week, G.I. Joe Cold Slither, issue number 1, the Steve Beach 1 in 25. And all the covers to this are excellent. The Steve Beach A cover and the 1 in 25 are the best, though, in my opinion.
I mean, this book just screams Bryan McClay.
I know. Totally.
I mean, when I saw this, I was like, there is no way that McClay is not trying to find this book.
Shout out to my boy Jeff, who hit me up early and says, "Hey, I got you at the covers on this." And we're gonna have, I think Jeff's gonna be on with us tomorrow night on Beyond Wednesdays to talk about he did a variant for this, which is pretty cool variant. So, but yeah, I love this, and very, very cool. This is part of the Skybound universe, the Energon universe type deal. Tim Seeley doing the writing the book, which I love Tim Seeley, and yeah, this is amazing. And Cold Slither is going to be playing Saturday night in New York during New York Comic Con. So at the Gramercy Ballroom at 8 p.m.
Are you going?
I don't know, dude. It sounds like Saturday nights in Manhattan's a pretty crazy night. I don't know if I'm going to be spending it at a concert or I'm just going to want to be sitting down the whole time because I'm too old and my back hurts. I don't like going to concerts anymore, man. When I was in my early 20s and late teens, I would go to a show 3 nights a week. I'm not lying about that. 100% the truth. I had friends who were sound guys at 3 of the best clubs in the valley for bands to play, and I would get in free and we'd just go hang out. So I would spend so much time at live shows in my early 20s that now I'm just like, I feel too old. I feel like a creeper being at a concert, and I just want to sit down. I don't want to stand and so, but I think it's cool that that there's a real Cold Slither band that they played in San Diego at a gig in San Diego, and then now they're playing for New York Comic Con. So very cool.
When you talk about feeling old or whatever. So Wednesday night, my daughter had a soccer game in just south of Indianapolis. So I drove. My wife couldn't go because she was watching, or my 7-year-old or my 8-year-old couldn't. It's too late for her. So I drove over there by myself, and I got there about 20 minutes before the game started. And I walked up and sat in the bleachers, and there was not that many people there at that time. And I sat there, and by about 10 minutes into the game, there were about 30 college girls sitting right in front of me and about 30 college boys sitting right next to me and behind me. And I felt so out of place. I felt I was so uncomfortable that at halftime I just got up and went and stood. I didn't even go back and sit down. That's where it's like I was like just kind of like looking around like, what am I doing here? Like, how did they decide to sit right next to me?
Just to fuck with you, probably.
Yeah, all right. They're probably like, man, let's screw with this old dude sitting there.
Yeah. What's this one selling for again?
This one is doing $40-$50.
Wow.
I think this cover is so good that even though it's a number 1 and it's probably not like underordered, I just feel like this one is people are gonna want this for a long time just because of how ridiculously cool this cover is.
Yep. Agree. So, all right. At number 3 this week, Star Trek Red Shirts issue number 3, the Suspiria Vilches 1 in 10 variant, and she is just amazing.
Like, what a beautiful cover. Have to play that, don't you?
Yeah, I'm a Star Wars fan, man. I'm a Star Wars guy.
Which still just cracks me up that you think that Star Trek is nerds and Star Wars is not.
Come on, bro. Star Trek is a bunch of nerds and Star Wars has freaking Han Solo, bro.
Okay, so I'm just going to ask the question that probably everybody else. How did IDW get Suspiria to do a Star Trek cover?
She's done a couple of them now.
Has she?
Yeah.
I mean, that seems like, her art style is so different than what you would think from Star Trek.
Yeah, but it fits good with this Red Shirts one.
It definitely does. This looks really good. I'm just saying it just like her style just has more of a horror type, type vibe. The coloring and the shading and stuff just looks more horror-ish, not whorish. Although I guess this girl could be a whore. I don't know.
She's dead. She's
Horror-ish.
a red short.
Yeah, but yeah, very cool. 1 in 10. It's selling for 25 to 30, but honestly, I've seen like the ones listed, and I don't even know if you can get it for 25 to 30 right now. I would say you're probably gonna have to pay more, closer to 40, to actually be able to pick this up right now.
Yeah, I really wish we could get her to go to New York Comic Con, but she is going to be going home, I guess, Barcelona during that time, and hopefully we'll be able to get her out to MegaCon. I'm crossing our fingers. She's damn good.
Barcelona.
Yep. Barcelona. Yeah, a little bit of so yeah, MegaCon. It's going to be Orlando in March is beautiful. Suspiria, make it happen. All right, our top 2, starting off with Black Cat issue number 1, the Simone DeMeo second print version, 1 in 25, and he's been killing it on his covers as of late, big time.
I don't generally like to put these second print versions. Like, I just get so irritated with them. This is kind of a strange week. Like, there was a lot of good sales, but not a lot of like, like a 1 in 25 sell for 200 or something. Like, there wasn't anything like that. So you had a lot of books doing pretty well, but not blow out of the water type well. Yeah, this one's doing 60 to 70. It is what it is. We can't continue to just keep trashing these second print 1 in 25s, can we? I mean, it's kind of, it gets repetitive.
I was thinking about this the other day. Other than just a straight up cash grab, there's got to be a reason for them to do these in this way. Like, it's a way for them to get around something. Why else would they do this? You know what I mean? Like, other than just a pure cash grab, doing the second print 1 in 25s. But it feels like there's something that they did. They're doing this for a reason to get around something, you know? Like, they wouldn't be able to do it unless they did it this way. Does that make sense? The comic industry is weird.
I mean, that sounds like the cynic in you.
Yes.
Probably thinking that. Yeah. Yeah, kind of like, well, I don't want to, never mind. I won't mention anything to do with my job, because I just,
yeah.
But yeah, the cynic in me has me questioning some of those things too. Like, just, like, that logically doesn't make sense. So what's the purpose of this?
Yeah. But it's a good cover, really good cover. And $60 to $70 for a second print 1 in 25 is a lot. I don't know how many people were buying second prints of this, because there were so many of the first printing. But
right.
Yeah. So, all right. Number 1 book of the week. Department of Truth, issue number 0, the Martin Simmons 1 in 50 Elvis cover. And I think that when this got solicited and we all saw that they were doing this Elvis story, and we saw this 1 in 50, we all kind of knew that this was going to be a top 3 type book.
I mean, first of all, when's the last time a Department of Truth book actually hit the list? It's been
a while.
It's been a while. I'll be honest, I kind of forgot about.
It was probably the Marilyn Monroe one like this. That was the last time.
Maybe. I kind of forgot about the whole series. But yeah, I know. I think there are some NYCC variants of this as well, that are pretty good. But yeah, I mean, when you start doing, anything Elvis, that's going to be a good seller.
Uh-huh.
I mean, there's,
Agree.
but
The king.
still, I mean, gosh, I was watching something the other day and they were showing a clip from something from the 70s. And I'm like, that was like 50 years ago.
Oh,
I mean,
bro. Yeah.
50 freaking years ago. I mean, that's insane.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one's doing 80 to 100. You know, I probably need to go back. I stopped reading it. I think I read like the first 4 or 5 issues of Department of Truth, and then I stopped. I probably need to just go back and just start reading it again. It was pretty cool. I mean, I like the
Yeah,
whole premise of it.
Yeah, that's Tynan, right? James Tynan.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's great.
Um,
I'm not a big Elvis fan, but every once in a while, there's a couple songs where I come across, and I'm like, man, I love this song. Like Jailhouse Rock, Don't Be Cruel. I've Never Been to Spain. There's a couple of songs that are really, really good, man.
thank you. Thank you very much.
So, and he was a sheriff and knew karate and kung fu too. So, yeah.
I mean, how many conspiracy theories? I mean, there are thousands. I mean, and like really big ones, right?
Yeah, really good ones.
That you could, that you could really, I mean, the rabbit holes on some of these things are just crazy.
Yeah. Martin S. says Department of Truth got me back into comics. That's cool. It's very cool. James Tynan has done that with a lot of people. Something is Killing the Children, Department of Truth, you know. He's one of those creators that has made comics fun again, right? The hobby is exciting. So, well, not a bad list this week, my friend. You guys, how many do we have watching right now? We have 137 people watching right now. We have a giveaway to give away, so make sure you guys, if you're watching out of those 137 people, make sure you write something in the chat because you won't be able to win the giveaway. And the giveaway is special tonight. The giveaway is going to be the final Sabrina the Teenage Witch Magic Unleashed #1 House of Stein variant that is going to go out, which is kind of crazy. Explain that to him, Stein.
Yeah, so this is going to be the last one. I'm going to do something different with the book. I'm going to do something with it, and then I'll post what I did, so everybody can kind of see what I did to it. But yeah, this is just gonna be a fun one. It'll be the last copy that goes out, and yeah, so whoever gets it is basically getting kind of like a one of a kind type thing, which will be kind of cool.
And if you guys want one of these, they're only available for another couple minutes over at the House of Stein Shopify. It looks like the print run is going to be under 200 copies. And if you guys don't know why we're kind of saying that, Stein decided that he's only going to have this for sale for a short period of time, how long has it been now, Stein?
About a month, just a month.
Yeah, so just around a month, it's been available for sale. After at the end of the show, they will no longer be for sale, and any copies that he has left over that didn't sell will be destroyed, and he's going to show proof of that next week during the show. So it's looking like this book will be under 200 copies, which is pretty damn rare. So if this is something you're into, if you love the House of Stein, if you're a fan of the content we've created over the years, if you're a fan of Ben and what he's done, want to help support, go to houseofstein.myshopify.com and score you a copy. Otherwise, enjoy it from afar because they will not be available after the end of the show.
Guilty Corey said book burning is so 2025.
So we do have one of these to give away, ladies and gentlemen. And it's that time. The winner is Ted Farmer. Congratulations.
Oh, look at that. Look at his icon. He's got the Billy
Got a
Ripken.
great icon. And he just and I said, make sure you say something in the chat, and he wrote something. So congratulations, Ted. Make sure you hit up Stein on his IG. Congratulations.
Oh, is that like Farmer Ted from 16 Candles? Tell me that's not from 16 Candles.
Is it from 16 Candles?
Yeah.
Ted?
Anthony Michael Hall. Remember, he was Farmer Ted.
Yeah. Yep. So make sure you hit up Stein on IG. Send him a message so you can get your information. And you just got a really cool book. You got a really cool book. So
it is. See, look at that. See, I got the reference. I feel pretty good.
And you see, you're not too old, Stein.
No, 16 Camels came out in like 84. So yes, I am old.
Heroes Reborn just says, just bought one because I'm a fan of Ben. I want a Stein signature on mine for a $4.99 super chat. So there you go.
I appreciate it.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So, all right, you guys, what do we got coming up? Tomorrow, I have a Whatnot sale at 2 p.m. Pacific time with a lot of stuff, a ton of stuff. This is just a very small bit of some of the stuff that's going to be available. So many keys, so many books, so many rare books, a lot of signed books, a lot of San Diego Comic-Con variants still. We'll have a couple Sveta books still available, Michael Turner signatures. I'll have Art Adams signatures, Mark Brooks signatures, all kinds of stuff. J. Scott Campbell books, copies limited to 50, 25, and 100. All kinds of craziness. So come hang out with us. I'll have the full grommet set. I found another 1 in 50 of the grommets, number 7, so that will be available. I'll have a set of the Suspiria G.I. Joes, limited to 250, and more. So come hang out with us.
Man, I still need that Sozomika Baroness. I still don't have that.
That Sozomika Baroness, we'll get you one. I'll put it aside for you.
I mean, it's up for your sale.
Look at that.
I might bid on it.
Ken Hazer sketch. Look at that remark.
Oh gosh, I didn't even see it.
Right?
Oh my gosh, I totally did until you like paused it right there. I did not even see that.
Yeah. So that'll be available tomorrow. I've got so many books that are just crazy. So we have 3 sales until we head to New York. Tomorrow at 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. Pacific, Sunday at 6 p.m. Pacific, and Monday at 6 p.m. Pacific. We're all just going to be dumping a ton of books. Not only do I have those, I also have I have one of these available. I don't know if I'm gonna put it up if there's want for it. It's one of these top shelf comic packs. Supposed to have some really rare books in it, so that'll be available. And I mean, just so many crazy books. So come hang out with us. Go bookmark the sale. Here is the link in the live chat, and it will, if you guys are following Beyond Wednesdays, I will be dual streaming it. So lots of fun. Come buy some really good books for really cheap and help me get to New York for New York Comic-Con. So, that being said, great show tonight, Stein. What do you say?
See you.
All right, starting off with our Golden Age honorable mentions, Teenage Romances, issue number 45, Matt Baker greatness right here. Raw, very good detached cover copy sold for $9,000 on Heritage. This is the last book in the series, one of the rarest Matt Baker comics in history, and just a great, great book. Congratulations to whoever got it. A regular honorable mention, Event Horizon Dark Descent, issue number 1. This is cover A. A lot of these Dark Descent Event Horizon books have been selling. Not sure if there's news on a option or not, but this one sold for $60 raw recently. Crazy for a cover A. At number 10 this week, Afterlife with Archie, issue number 1, the Android Peep-Boy variant. A lot of these Afterlife with Archie books also selling, maybe news of options. And this is one of the tough ones. This one sold raw, selling raw for 40 plus, and CGC 9/8s are selling for 115 plus. Was a $20 book. At number 9, X-Men Age of Revelation Overture, issue number 1, the Art Germ 1 in 100. Love the Age of Apocalypse era stuff, and this is continuing that story. It looks really, really good. I love this X-Men stuff, and I am all in reading. I'm even going back and checking out the old stuff again because of it. This one is selling for a decent amount for an Art Germ 1 in 100 on the secondary market, getting $120. Number 8, we have a connecting cover set, Pinup Apocalypse issue number 6, the Sveta Shabina, Andrew Tarasov connecting covers, where they each drew something on the cover. Sveta doing the sign in the background and Andrew doing the characters in the foreground. Excellent covers, and these are selling decently. The final issue of the series for volume 1, these are selling for 25 plus each. At number 7, Skinbreaker number 1, the Treasury Edition. If you guys haven't checked out this book by David Finch and Robert Kirkman, make sure you do ASAP. It is absolutely amazing, super emotional. If you've been following the story of David and Meredith Finch and the loss of their son recently, makes it even more emotional. David has been working on this for 8 years, and it's finally out, and it is excellent. And copies are being gobbled up everywhere, and it's great to see these in large Treasury editions, considering how amazing the art is. And at number 6, another Skinbreaker issue. This was the number 1 book last week, Skinbreaker number 1, the Thank You 1 per store embossed black foil trade dress variant. It was selling for a decent amount last week, being number 1 on the list at $50 a piece. And now they're selling for even more, 60 to 70 plus. At number 5, another Sveta Shabina variant for Pinup Apocalypse. Every 1 in 25 she's had for this series has been on the list at number 5 or higher and has sold for $70 to $150 each the week of release. This being issue number 6, the 1 in 25, it is on the list at number 5, selling for $70 plus. At number 4, G.I. Joe Cold Slither number 1, the Steve Beach 1 in 25 variant. Steve Beach also did the regular A cover, which is fantastic. Both of these covers are great. All these covers are great for this issue. And I can't wait to check it out. And shout out to my boy Jeff, who also did a great cover. He's going to jump on with us on Modern Comic Mayhem this Saturday to talk more about this book. And we're all going to geek out over it. This one is selling for a decent amount at 40 to 50 on the secondary market. At number 3, Star Trek Red Shirts, issue number 3, the Suspiria Vilches variant. Shout out to Suspiria, one of the best, most exciting cover artists in the game right now. Absolutely killing it. But Star Trek is for nerds, and they're paying a lot for it. $30 plus on the secondary market. At number 2, Black Cat issue number 1, Simone DeMayo's second print version 1 in 25, and he's been killing covers as well. This one's selling $60 to $70 raw on the secondary market, also out this week. And at number 1, the Department of Truth is back on the list, this time issue number 0, the Martin Simmons 1 in 50 Elvis cover, selling raw for $80 to $100, also out this week. This has been the House of Stein Hot 10 for October 3rd, 2025. Go check out those Sabrina the Teenage Witch while you can. Adios.